are down here. It is Sunday. It is race day here at Road America, and I truly can't think of anywhere else that I would rather be. Kyle Kaiser is going to start this race on the third position. He's our championship point leader. He's walking towards us right now. We're going to grab him for a quick interview when he makes his way over here to us. Look at this. This is live TV right here, folks. Road to Indy TV bringing you live coverage of the 2017 season. Mr. Kaiser, our championship point leader, you're starting this race on the third position. Do you have anything for this front row today?
I think so. I mean, I think third's a good position to start. We'll get a good run going into turn one. Try to keep it clean, finish the race, but I'll be fighting for the win.
Now, you know, you have an interesting perspective because we talked to Neil Alberico yesterday, and he gave me a great quote. The Mazda Road to Indy, you can win your way to the top. Well, Indy Lights, the very next step for you guys is IndyCar. You drive for Uncos Racing, who just made their IndyCar debut last month at the 101st Indianapolis 500. What kind of opportunity do you get driving for an IndyCar and an Indy Lights team?
It's an amazing opportunity, and that's the benefit of running with the Road to Indy. They give you the opportunity to get to the IndyCar series for both the drivers and the teams. So I'm super excited for my team to make that jump to IndyCar, and I'm in a good position, I think, if we win the championship to be able to run with them. So that's the plan.
Yeah, it's got to be a lot of pressure, though, too.
There's always pressure.
You just live on the pressure, don't you?
I love it.
All right, Kyle Kaiser, you're starting third in this race, championship point leader. We are now officially at the halfway point of the 2017 season. If you're able to lock this thing up, you've got yourself a ride in IndyCar in 2018. So good luck. We're going to get out of these guys' way, and thanks for the time.
Sweet, thanks, Tony.
Again, Kyle Kaiser, championship point leader. We've got Mateus Laced over here now. Mateus, we talked to you yesterday. Buddy, are you having fun right now?
Yeah, I'm definitely having fun. It's a great moment.
Now, you know, you come over here to the United States to race on the Mazda Road to Indy. We've got all these fans here today getting ready for the IndyCar race here at Road America. Why should they know about you, and why should they care, and why should they be watching this Indy Lights race that's about to go green?
Oh, because we are fast, so they want to watch drivers being fast and competitive races, so that's why we are here.
Well, and also, more importantly, why did you as a driver come over to the United States to race in this series? You have so many options. You were a champion last year over in Europe. What about this series is so appealing to you as a young up-and-coming race car driver?
Oh man, this series is fantastic. You know, the United States is just, it's a much better racing, and we have much more contact with the public, you know, so the fans can be with us, the fans can come and watch the races, can see the cars very close, and this doesn't happen in Europe.
This is a beautiful racetrack. It's a beautiful part of the state of Wisconsin. Are you having fun while you're away from the track? Are you enjoying some cheese curds, I hope? I had a ton of cheese curds last night.
No, I didn't have, but yeah, this is the amazing track. The place here is very good, and I'm definitely having fun.
Awesome. Well, Mateus, thanks so much for the time. I think we got Santiago Rudia. Good luck today. Thanks for talking to us.
All right, thank you so much.
Mateus Laced, we are now joined by Santiago Rudia. Santi, you look great. I love the black and gold car. Are you having fun out here this weekend?
Yeah, it was a good race yesterday. We started from the back and finished second, so today we're starting a little bit more ahead. We're starting from P5, so hope to do another good race.
You had an incredible move coming down the hill into turn 5. You got 2 cars under braking in one corner. How much fun is it to race around this track? It looks like you can go anywhere and do almost anything with these cars at this 4-mile-long road course.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it wasn't enough because we finished second, but I think for sure it was good. It's fun, you know, when you take the draft here and you can pass, you have a lot of places to overtake, so it's going to be a good race today, and hope we can bring good points for the championship.
Okay, and then finally, just talking about what Mazda is doing for young race car drivers in their support of you guys getting to the top level of open wheel racing. They're doing something no other car manufacturer in this world is doing right now.
Oh yeah, what Mazda and Cooper Tire together are doing here on the Mazda Road to Indy is incredible. Because of Mazda, I'm racing this year here. They helped me when I won the championship on Mazda in 2015. I got the scholarship and everything. So what doing Mazda is not just for me, it's for every driver who is in Mazda Road to Indy, USF, Pro Mazda, and Indy Lights is great. We have seen on the past year a lot of drivers racing on Road to Indy, get to IndyCar and being competitive. So I hope the next year I can be there in IndyCar, and yeah, the only thing I have to say about Mazda, Cooper Tires, and everyone involved in Mazda Road to Indy is thank you.
Santiago Rudia, thank you so much. Championship runner-up last year. At this time, we need all drivers to your cars. Again, we need all drivers to your cars. Ladies and gentlemen, it is round number 9 of the 2017 Indy Lights Championship presented by Cooper Tires, and we are getting ready to go green flag racing here at Road America.
The best and brightest, the future of the Verizon IndyCar Series here in the Indy Lights Series presented by Cooper Tires. Herta to the inside, Lace to the outside. They'll roar through the gearbox up the hill and we'll see the green flag. Nice jump for Colton Herta as he's going to grab the lead from pole position. They'll roar across the start-finish line. Looks like Lace is going to try to hold on to second as Kyle Kaiser moves to the inside looking for the second spot.
Night and day difference between yesterday and today. Colton Herta with the position. Then it's the machine of Kyle Kaiser. That's P2 cleanly through turn number 1. Yesterday we had Neil Albarico with a little damage on that front wing. Not so today. They're down to turn 3.
Herta takes the lead. It looks like Kaiser's going to jump into that second spot as he's got Santi Urrutia in tow. Urrutia takes a look to the outside. Day first, they're going to be side by side again for second.
Yeah, Urrutia was on the charge yesterday, made a big jump from 10th to second, and now double wide as they go through turn 2, and Santi Urrutia does indeed jump on that second spot, but now a battle as Kyle Kaiser comes back. Battle for second heading your way as Colton Herta remains in the lead, Mark James.
Waiting for them to crest the hill. All of this is going on behind Colton Herta. Santi Urrutia started in the 5th position. He's looking to make his way toward the front. Herta with about a 6-car length advantage now over Kyle Kaiser. He holds that position over Urrutia as we speak. Herta really starts to pull away as they make their way around the carousel. And again, Kyle Kaiser was able to fend off the charge of Santi Urrutia. He grabbed the spot, the 13 of Zachary Clayman DeMello. He rides in the 4th position.
Davey, we already got problems for Nico Jamin.
Yeah, it looks like maybe, well, he's coming to a stop. Yellow's going to come out. I thought it was a flat tire, but I don't see it flat at this point, so I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he has capability. Oh, he's going again, so hopefully that maybe recycled the engine. Something must have happened. He recycled it and trying to go again.
Tony, that was a pretty wild opening lap. We saw Shelby Blackstock run wide at turn 5.
He won off at turn 5. That's action corner where everything seems to happen. There was at least 2-3 wide, multiple spots back in the pack. This is a big opportunity to gain laps and gain positions early on in this race.
It's Colton Herta with a nice lead, though, Michael Young, as we've got 1 lap in the books.
And Colton Herta already cresting the top of the hill, that start-finish line, and has about a 20-car length advantage over second place Kyle Kaiser. Then it's a machine of Zachary Clayman DeMello, Santi Urrutia 4th, then Mateus Lace, the runaway winner yesterday, in 5th for Santi. Oh, we have a spin! That is Garth Rickards, the back of the field, just the tail end of the turn number 1, actually crest the apex. The back end stepped out on Garth Rickards. He stands still on the outside of turn number 1, did not make any contact, still is on the actual asphalt, so he gets the thing refired, and indeed he does. Gets it down into 1st gear, but near horrible stop for Garth Rickards as he nearly got into that gravel trap, but looks like he's back okay. We're still green, but he's now parked and needs a start, so we may have to go yellow, Nick Gilman.
Yeah, he's waving to the Homatro safety team trying to get a start. Day first, we got some issues down in turn 5.
Yeah, Juan Piedrahita was towards the back of the field when he was going through turn 5, and that back end just stepped around. He lost all of the positions that aren't left by Garth Rickards. So Juan Piedrahita now trailing this field here this morning.
Boy, what a bizarre start to this race. Problems for Nico Jamin on the opening lap. Garth Rickards currently sits in the turn 1 area, finally got that car restarted. And as we mentioned, Juan Piedrahita with problems as well. Let's get a couple updates from pit lane. It looks like Zachary Clayman DeMello actually going to jump to the outside and try to take off spot away from Kyle Kaiser. He will, so move Clayman DeMello into the 2nd position. But again, we've got some updates from pit lane. Let's start with Ryan Marine.
Checked in with Andretti Autosport. Expect to see Nico Jamin coming into the pits here shortly. Mechanical issues, still trying to identify exactly what is wrong with that race car. So unfortunate for one of our championship contenders. It looks like he's making his way down pit road right now.
Just got to replay Davey Hamilton of Garth Rickards spinning right in front of Shelby Blackstock there in turn 1.
Yeah, as Michael said, he just got in a little too hot earlier in the corner. Looks like under braking. Just turned that thing around, slid off right in front of Blackstock, but made it clear. He got clear of the track too, but I tell you what, Herta's got some company for you now.
Yeah, as good as that opening lap was for Colton Herta, the 2nd and 3rd laps haven't been nearly as good as Zachary Clayman DeMello has run him down. Day first, Clayman DeMello looks to the outside, side by side for the lead.
Colton Herta as they make their way under the Sargento Bridge. Difficult to see because of the way the sun is shining on the field. Colton Herta will remain with the lead, but here comes Zachary Clayman DeMello now to the outside, peeks to the outside, now jumps back in line as they head through turn 6 and 7. That battle for the leads heating up here, Mark Janes.
Garth Rickards, who spun, clears our vantage point. They're single file as they come down the hill. They'll climb on the winders, make the turn into the right-hander. Clayman DeMello is right there. Then Kaiser, then it's Sandy Arrutia. They make their way around the carousel. There's no question that Herta's not as comfortable as he was. Now a short straightaway under the Continental Bridge, about a 4-car length advantage for the first place running Colton Herta.
Tony DeZino from the NBC Sports Network joins us. Zachary Clayman DeMello, talented young Canadian driver looking for that first win. He's been hungry as of late and awful fast.
And motivated too, Nick. This is a guy who was on the podium as Colt locks up in Canada corners, putting the pressure on him. He has good days, he has bad days. When he's on, he's on. When he's off, he's off. You never know which one he's going to show up. It's a Jekyll and Hyde type. But he tested here in an Indy car a couple of weeks ago. Didn't have much running, but he's got track experience. He's motivated as we see Garth Rickards come past us into the pits. ZCD is very motivated and wants to get his first W today.
Boy, big lockup for Colton Herta down in Canada corner, and that has allowed Zachary Clayman DeMello. He's closing up on the back, Michael Young, about 4 car lengths as they head to turn number 1.
A lot closer the last time by, settles back in just a little bit. So Colton Herta, then Zachary Clayman DeMello. Kyle Kaiser about 2 car lengths back from that. Then it's the machine of Santi Arrutia and yesterday's winner, Mateus Lace. Closer to the back of the field, Ryan Norman starting to make some moves as he moves further up in the field. Then the very tail end of the field, Juan Pedrojita and Nico DePero as they make their way to turn number 3 and turn number 4. You should just about see him right now, Dave First.
Yeah, that sun kind of peeks over the tree-lined area of turns 4 and 5. Now down the Moraine Straight they come. Colton Herta maintains the gap over Zachary Clayman DeMello, but DeMello is right behind. I'm going to give it about a car length and a half between the two. Herta, DeMello, battle for that lead continues here at Road America.
About a 3-car length advantage again for Colton Herta. He'll break a little later, which allows him to get off the corner a little quicker. Rickards has spun again on the course, but meanwhile, that battle for the lead continues now to open up a little bit for Colton Herta. The sweeping right-hander around the carousel. They slip underneath the Continental Bridge. A wide exit. Kyle Kaiser, he has a firm grasp on 3rd. Santi Arrutia, Nick, he was on the move early. Looked like he might even challenge for the lead, but now he's settled back a little bit.
Yeah, he lost that 4th position to Mateus Lace leading down to turn number 5. And Michael Young, it's been a rough outing so far for the rookie Garth Rickards as turn 1, a trouble spot for him once again.
Well, he just came out of pit lane and he was flying those tires not up to temp, and he spun the exact same spot he did on lap number 2. So Garth Rickards back underway, but a rough morning for that young man.
Boy, and he is now sitting right at the exit or the entrance of turn number 1. Leaders are charging up the hill. He's trying to get that car started, Davey. Excuse me, that was a replay. My apologies. Slow motion replay of Rickards' spin there in turn number 1. Michael Young, though, battle for the lead is on in turn number 1.
Yes, indeed. Colton Herta to the outside. Zachary Clayman DeMello, 10th yesterday to the point today. A nice pass to the outside. Zachary Clayman DeMello starting to set up. Colton Herta at the top of the hill. He swung it wide, took it in deep. Colton Herta let him go by. So a textbook pass for that young man. Zachary Clayman DeMello to the lead.
He may have let him by this time, but it's probably an opportunity to just cool the jets a little bit. Tire wear, oh so important when it comes to these Indy Lights races. Zachary Clayman DeMello, then it's Colton Herta, then the 18 of Kyle Kaiser, Arrutia, Lace, Alberico, Telitz. Boy, this could be a big, big weekend for Carlin Racing if Zachary Clayman DeMello can hang on today.
To the left of this short little straightaway coming down the hill is a world-class karting facility, and who knows, some of these guys may have run on that from time to time, but it's indicative of what you find here. Even the karting facility has incredible undulations. I'll tell you what, now that he's cleared him, talking about Zachary Clayman DeMello, he is full throttle, Nick Yeoman, and really starting to pull away from the 98 of Colton Herta.
Maybe the new leader, Zachary Clayman DeMello's got a rocket ship so far in the early goes.
Yeah, now I think he's in position, knowing he has a fast car, that he can save these tires a little bit, just be easier on him. He knows he has the lead. He knows he earned that lead. Now just keep a nice gap between him and Colton Herta, and just kind of be easy on his tires from here on out.
Still saw the back of that car though kick out a bit, exiting Canada corner as Clayman DeMello's opened up about an 8-car trying to hold off Kyle Kaiser in the third spot. Matthias Lace is fourth. Santi Urrutia is fifth. As lap number 4 here at Road America. Leaders back up the hill across the start-finish line, and they'll head to turn number 1. Michael Young with Zachary Clayton DeMello leading the field.
Looks like everybody kind of settling in this time. Zachary Clayton DeMello, 2 car lengths over Herta, then Kyle Kaiser, Matthias Lace, and Santi Urrutia. Neil Alberico, and a nice run for Eric Thielitz, who had a rough go of things yesterday, actually rebounding very nice here in race number 2. Interesting talk to Santi Urrutia yesterday. He said, I need a win. At 4 wins last year, nothing to this point, just a couple of runner-up finishes. So for Santi, oh, and Garth Rickards really slow, nearly collected Nico DePero. As Nico very quick to be seeing that Rickards machine and not collecting him.
Colton Herta with a pass on Zachary Clayton DeMello, but DeMello gets it back now on the inside of turn 5. So Zachary Clayton DeMello hangs on to the lead, but Colton Herta is not going to let him go too far ahead.
They come off of turn number 7, make their way down the hill. He made a good shot at it, this Colton Herta, and all that did was allow those to bunch up behind him. Among those, of course, Kyle Kaiser in that 18 machine. He is stuck right in the tire tracks of Colton Herta. Meanwhile, Zachary Clayton DeMello starts to pull away a little bit. Kaiser can't relax too much because running just behind him, the number 26 machine. That, of course, is Matthias Lace, who was so dominant yesterday.
I'll tell you what, Tony, this has been a much different race than yesterday. Lace took off, checked out on the field today. If you're in the lead, you're not going to hold on for very long.
No, barn burner, Nick. Both of these Indy Lights cars have pushed it past too, so this is a track where you can draft, you can use the straights to your advantage. We have 3 really long straights here, so if you're close enough, there's a lot of options you can do. A real big test for ZCD here. We've never really seen him in a leading situation before. Colton's never really been in a charging situation. He needs this result because he's had a rough patch here, really, since his wins at Barber.
And also, Davey, kind of night and day for Colton Herta. As frustrating as yesterday was, it's improved quite a bit today.
Yeah, without a question about it. I've been actually really good. And these guys right now, you know what's impressive with these guys? With conditions as good as they are right now, nice cool temperatures, you know, push pass is something these guys aren't dealing with, so you got to be careful. But Clayton DeMello, nice little lead right now, almost a 1 second lead. They're all gapped out pretty good right now. But yeah, as we seen yesterday, that's the way they were in the middle of the race yesterday, but they tightened right back up, so we'll see what happens.
And Zachary Clayton DeMello got an official warning from race control for blocking leading down into turn number 5. That battle between he and Colton Herta was something else as they were going wheel to wheel. Clayton DeMello gave up the spot initially to Herta Davey, but had the run to the inside. And again, they were moving all over the racetrack. Top of the hill might be where they got Clayton.
Yeah, you know, that was a situation where there's no way Colton could have passed him right there, so he didn't need to make that move. It didn't really affect anything, but at the end of the day, he did not need to make that move because Colton was at such a bad angle for that corner that Clayton DeMello would have drove on by anyways.
6 laps in the books. It is Zachary Clayton DeMello, your leader. Colton Herta runs in the 2nd spot. Kyle Kaiser is 3rd. Matthias Lace is 4th. Santi Urrutia is 5th. Eric Thielitz is 6th. Neil Alberico 7th. Ryan Norman 8th. Dalton Kellen is 9th. Shelby Blackstock runs in the 10th position. Juan Pedro Heath is 11th. Nico DePero is 12th. Garth Rickards is 13th. And appears to be out of the race in the 14th position. Let's get an update on pit lane from Rob Howard.
Yeah, Nick, obviously the push-to-pass program here this year, a bit of an adjustment. It's only able to use on offense, not on defense, as it has been in the past. They got 15 10-second bursts in race number 1, 20 10-second bursts here in race number 2, and we're seeing these drivers able to use it. As long as you're within 1.5 seconds of the driver in front of you, you're able to use that push-to-pass, and we're seeing that keep this race so close, and we're seeing the great racing as a result. One driver we said, though, out of the race already, and he stands by right now with Ryan Moraine.
Speaking with Nico Germain, you're out of the race car, unfortunately. What took you out of this race?
I don't know what it is. I don't know. It might be electronic. I think everything was fine during the warm-up lap. I took a good start, picked up 1 or 2 spots. And then exit of 5, I was in 1st gear, shift to 2nd, and thing just went to neutral. And then from that on, it was impossible to any gear on. Stopped on track, put everything off, everything on, and same problem again. Emergency mode didn't work, nothing works. We're out, losing a lot of points. Obviously today, that's a big one. So try to bounce back there.
What are your emotions being in this situation, considering you're in the midst of a big championship fight?
Well, I mean, obviously I'm extremely upset. You know, I mean,
Nico Jamin will finish 14th today, and Tony, as you know, you've been watching this young man at the Mazda Road Indy ladder system, a very talented driver, victory already twice this year. Going to the points entering today, that is going to be a massive hit.
This is a very tough break for Nico, and I spoke to him when he did his maiden IndyCar test last week here as well, also with Andretti Autosport. He was so excited about that opportunity. He's at that point where he's getting ready to move up, but guys that don't win the Mazda scholarship, that don't win the championship, are in a tougher position where they have to gather more funding to make that next step. Nico's got the talent to do it, but whether he's going to have the opportunity is another question.
Davey Hamilton, the competition in this series is tough enough. Hamilton is now disappointing, frustrating. Is that driver?
Well, it's definitely frustrating, but you know, this is racing, man. You gotta take the good and the bad. I know he's bummed out, and it's nothing that he did, as he said, but man, the mechanical's just a bummer. You know, you try to eliminate those because that does take your championship hopes away, and it's out of everybody's control.
Ryan Moraine, you have more on that very disappointed driver that's going to finish 14th.
Yeah, that's right, Nico Jamin. And you talked about the talent just a moment ago. Tony certainly alluded to it. He's had a really remarkable year, not just in Indy Lights, but also competing in a couple of sports car races in just a few, essentially one-offs. He's won basically everything he's been in. He raced a GTS car in World Challenge a couple of months ago. Also, a IMSA Prototype Challenge Series race who swept the weekend at Sebring. So a guy with a lot of talent in a lot of different race cars, but clearly frustrated with the way things transpired this morning.
There'll be better days ahead, certainly for Nico Jamin, as this disappointing finish is going to drop him to at least 4th in points. We'll see how it shakes out the rest of the day. Zachary Claman-DeMello is your leader as we have 8 laps in the books. Colton Herta runs 2nd. Kyle Kaiser is 3rd. Mateus Laced is 4th. Probably the best battle on the racetrack looks to be between a pair of Velarde Auto Racing teammates, Santi Arrutia and Aaron Tielitz. Before we pick that battle up, we'll get an update from Rob Howden.
Yeah, Nick, not sure what happened on the racetrack, but an issue for Nico DePero. He came into pit lane here. The right end fence on the front wing was knocked off and some damage to the tire as well. So obviously a little bit of an issue there for DePero. They were able to put a new wing on, get him a new right front, and he's back down and away. But again, DePero, the young rookie driver, with some issues on track.
Claman-DeMello, Herta, Kaiser, Lace. But again, that battle for 5th might be looking pretty good as Santi Arrutia trying to hold off his teammate Aaron Tielitz.
Boy, that's a nice lead for Zachary Claman-DeMello. First, I've really seen it in a while, but here's that battle for 5th we're talking about. Arrutia and about a car length back for Aaron Tielitz, as we said. Aaron Tielitz yesterday really struggled in this race, but finds himself actually in top 5 contention if he can get around his teammate, as we said. Yesterday, Aaron Tielitz in the 11th position, as we said, trying to battle in that 5th position. But Zachary Claman-DeMello, just like his teammate yesterday, Mateus Laced, has checked out day first.
Lace is checked out, but now Colton Herta is in a battle for 2nd right now. Kyle Kaiser around the outside of turn 5 as they head under the Corvette bridge. Yeah, move Kyle Kaiser up to 2nd. Colton Herta all of a sudden moving further back in the field.
Kyle Kaiser's been biding his time. The last couple of times through the carousel, his car looked really, really strong through here. That passing zone in turn number 5, one of the primary ones on this race course. So shift Kyle Kaiser to that 2nd position. Meanwhile, your leader set sail underneath us. That is, of course, the 13 machine of Zachary Claman-DeMello. So dominant. Colton Herta, no rest for the weary Nick Yeoman, because right at his tire tracks, Mateus Laced.
Yeah, we saw Lace get a nice exit out of the carousel as he was trying to run down Colton Herta, looking for that 3rd spot. Davey Hamilton, I don't want to use the cliche slip of paper in between those 2 cars as they exited turn 6, but it was awful close. Kaiser and Herta.
You know, Herta is not easy to pass. He definitely knows how to use up the racetrack, and Kyle Kaiser had to use every inch that he gave him, and they were close, man. Could have been contact right there, but Colton, you know, he drives clean. He's not going to give you any extra room, but he gives you enough not to have contact. But Lace right now, he's putting a little pressure on Colton.
Yeah, Lace is trying to move into that 3rd spot, the podium position, as Herta ran a little wide out of the racetrack. Michael Young, that battle for 5th, though, is not going away. Aaron Tielitz has grabbed that spot around Santi Arrutia. 3 cars headed at you.
Boy, Arrutia went down low trying to get back around Tielitz, swung wide. Tielitz nearly steps out the back end of the exit of turn number 1. Now Neil Alberico making the charge. Ryan Norman nearly loses it at the exit of turn number 1. Plenty of action as they make their way through turn 1, now through turn 3, and down to Dave First and 5.
I go back a year ago when Aaron Thielen showed up here at Road America and swept the 2 races in Pro Mazda, as we see Kyle Kaiser and Herta going back and forth in this battle for second. Give it to Kyle Kaiser as they make their way through turn number 6 and 7. But Aaron Thielen swept here a year ago. That helped kickstart his Pro Mazda championship. He's hoping to move up again here this weekend, Mark.
I think with those guys running nose to tail, I'd like to think that they can pull up on that leader, but my gosh, Zachary Clayman DeMello is in the proverbial class by himself, a lead of close to 5 seconds. He is clearing the Continental Tire Bridge, and we wait, and we wait, and we wait. Now there's Kaiser. Now there's Herta. Now there's the 26 of late.
And Davey, it's a classic example as these guys mix it up for second, third, and fourth, further back from 5th, 6th, and 7th. That's got to be nothing but good news for Zachary Clayman.
Yeah, he's loving it right now. His dominant car, as his teammate did yesterday. Now, it shows what track position does. You know, Laced was started on the outside front row, had a bad start, puts himself back, he fights back up to 4th. But just that as dominant of a car that he had yesterday, just hard to pass.
Halfway here at Road America, Zachary Clayman DeMello's 5 seconds. Tony DeZino, we've seen 5 different winners so far this season. If this result holds, we're going to see a 6th. It's a 14-car field. That says a lot about the competition of the series.
Not to mention, Nick, Zach would be the second car to win after Lace, and neither one of them is Neil Alberico, a guy who has been in his 2nd season. We kind of expected him to win his first race at some point this year, and it hasn't happened yet. I think he's run a lot better. It speaks to the real cohesion of the Colin Hill-led team. They've really switched their lineup up. Zach was in a different team last year, but he's really starting to find his footing.
Colton Herta really not going away, Dave First. He took a real deep charge to the outside of Kaiser the previous lap. Looks like he might do it again.
Same spot, although same result right now as Kyle Kaiser, the points leader in this series, is able to hold off Colton Herta, but further back, all of a sudden, Laced is a player in this. It's a 3-car battle right now for second. Kyle Kaiser that leads that pack. Further back, we have contact between Shelby Blackstock and Dalton Kellett as they head under the Corvette Bridge. Both were able to continue on, but all kinds of action here at Road America, Mark Janes.
Boy, Davey Hamilton, we just saw the replay of Blackstock and Kellett go up the hill, and we talked about trying to slip a paper to the tire. That time it didn't work, as those two just about ended up one up.
Shelby came off turn 5, a little sideways, overcorrected. Kellett's on the inside of him, and then they almost touch on exit. And then when Shelby got on the gas, it turned him sideways. I don't know if they touch or not. If we have a replay right now, how close they were. He's over the rumble strips. We're talking Blackstock. Gets sideways right in front of Kellett. I mean, almost loses it. Kellett turns, slightest of contact at that point. Then he turns the other, Blackstock goes the other way. It's like a wagging dog. He's back and forth, and finally gets that thing straightened out.
Boy, tip of the cap, Tony DeZino, to the camera crew from IMS Productions, you know, shooting the race for the big screens here, and as well as NBC Sports Network. That was a great shot.
They rocked it, and I think Shelby, you know, is his mom's Reba McEntire, so he's got a country music career. You could write a country song about saving it there with a slide job, and saving it, not crashing.
That was pretty amazing down there. That was exiting again, turn 5, that left-hander here at Road America. Zachary Clayman DeMello is your leader. Kyle Kaiser has that 2nd spot for now. Colton Herta runs in 3rd. Mateus Lace is 4th. 5th is Aaron Thielen, the Wisconsin boy. 6th is Santi Urrutia. Neil Alberico runs in 7th. Ryan Norman is in the 8th position. Dalton Kellett is 9th. Shelby Blackstock is 10th. Juan Pedrojita is 11th. Nico DePero 12th. Garth Rickards 13th. Nico Jamin 14th. Dave First. A lot of those mid-pack cars heading to you in turn 5.
I tell you what, it's fascinating to watch this battle for second as well as Kaiser maintains that position over Colton Herta. But Mateus Lace, he's an interested party right now, sitting in 4th. But if something happens between Kaiser and Herta, he can make a play for second, Mark James.
Clayman DeMello halfway through the carousel, while the rest of the field is just now entering turn number 8. Kyle Kaiser about a 5-car length advantage as they make the sweeping long right-handed turn around the carousel. Now they'll swing wide upon exit. Herta trying to stay in the tire tracks. Laced actually pulls up on Herta, and then as they exit turn number 9.
6.7 seconds, David Hamilton. Again, wow. Back to Kaiser. How about this car?
Pretty amazing. I mean, both days, a different driver. That car and team is dominating. I should say. But it's same as yesterday, from second on back, man, they are fighting it out, especially Kaiser, Herta, and Lace.
Yeah, Kaiser runs in that second spot. Herta about 4 car lengths back as they make their way through turn 14 in third. Lace right there in fourth, another 3 or 4 car lengths. Kaiser gets a really nice run out of turn 14, hammers the accelerator back up the hill. It's a good battle, Michael Young. 3 cars all looking for the second step on the podium.
Yeah, but Zachary Clayman and Mello halfway to Green Bay at this point, and that is a nice battle for second. Down to 1 car length, Kyle Kaiser, and then Colton Herta, the interested party of Mateus Lace behind him. Now Aaron Gilles really checking out in that 5th position away from Santi Urrutia. That will allow Neil Alberico a little opportunity to gain some ground. The rest of the field cleanly through turns number 2 and 3 on their way to turn number 5.
Not sure who's having more fun this morning, the guys that are zip-lining to my right, or Zachary Clayman DeMello, who's making his way through turns 5 and 6 to my left. And then the battle for second still heating up. Kaiser tried to hang on. In fact, he does hang on to second place over Colton Herta as the two nearly made contact on the entry of turn number 5 under the Corvette bridge. That left-right combo, 6 and 7. They're heading your way, Mark James.
Have at it, says the lucky 13 of Zachary Clayman DeMello. Throw the proverbial blanket over second, third, and fourth. Herta lost a little momentum as they enter the carousel. They'll make the exit now as Kaiser stretches the advantage out underneath the Continental Tire Bridge. That car length is about 7 or 8 now. Matthias Lace saying, guys, if you open the door, I'm going to take it.
Davey, what's it say about the setup on Colton Herta's car that he's able to close into turn 1, close into turn 5, but the car seems so unstable trying to complete that pass?
Well, I think it's the push to pass. I think that he is using that push to pass. I'm interested. Unfortunately, we don't have any of the data to see how many push to passes he has left and when he's using it, but I would have to think as close as he was and how much room he gained. He used it down the front straightaway the last time, and then obviously going down to turn 5 the last couple laps.
Leader Zachary Clayman DeMello across the start-finish line. Just 6 laps to go here at Road America as he sails into turn number 1. The gap back to Kyle Kaiser is now Michael Young, nearly 9 full seconds as Kaiser continues to try to hold off Herta.
Zachary Clayman and Mello already over the Briggs & Stratton Bridge before I see the rest of the field. Kaiser, then it's the machine of Colton Herta and Mateus Lace, yesterday's winner. Rest of the field really strung out this latter part of the race. Everybody kind of finding their groove, but that battle for second continues to heat up in the closing stages of this race.
Let's see if they do the same thing this lap as they've done the previous few laps or so. As they now go 2 wide, here comes Matthias Lace to the outside of Colton Herta. Kaiser still second. Lace, though, not going to settle for that position for third as the battle heats up now for third. Lace still maintains his position behind Colton Herta.
Little by little, more fans are taking more interest in what's going on here as the action heats up in the battle for second. Kyle Kaiser with the advantage because of the dust-up between Colton Herta and Matthias Lace to that 5-6 complex. There goes your leader. He's long gone by now. Kyle Kaiser through the carousel starting to check out a little bit. He has a much more comfortable advantage. Herta is able to fend off the 26 of Lace for now.
Boy, Rob, how these drivers running second, third, and fourth, Kaiser, Herta, and Lace, seem like they're all about even. The one thing that always comes into play is who manages their Cooper tires the best.
Yeah, Nick, talking to one of the Cooper tire reps down here and feeling that the fact that the temperature starting to come up on the racetrack, that cool morning has kind of made way for the beating sun. The track temperature coming up significantly. And interesting to note, 2 of the drivers up front actually starting on sticker Coopers. It is your leader, Zach Clayman DeMello, and then Colton Herta. They started on fresh tires. When you start on the fresh tires and not the scuffs, the potential for them to go away a little quicker at the end of the race. You start on scuffs, you're going to get a more consistent tire through to the end. The Cooper guys are thinking that maybe Colton Herta could be dealing with an issue. Those tires starting to nose over, getting past their optimum grip, and that's going to allow Matthias Lace to potentially pounce and grab that 3rd position.
Yeah, Lace is all over the rear wing of Herta as they make their way down the hill towards turn number 3. Lace just about got him on the previous lap. Good exit for both of those drivers. They'll swing underneath the Sargento Bridge. Lace is close, Dave First. Is he close enough to try to make a pass?
Lace was so dominant yesterday, probably becoming a little impatient here this morning as he doesn't make a move. Took a slight peek to the inside of turn 5 to Colton Herta, but decided to get in line once again. For further back, we see Urrutia, the 22 of Alberico. Give a shout out to Norman as well. Norman, remember, he started dead last in today's race. He's worked his way into the top 10.
About 17 carts now dot the landscape just to the outside of the racetrack to the entrance to turn number 8. Meanwhile, Kyle Kaiser enjoys a nice advantage over Colton Herta. Herta and Lace, they dueled for a while, and they took a shot at Kaiser, took a shot at one another. None of those moves were successful. Now all of a sudden, I don't know, Nick, that he has enough time left, but the 9 of Aaron Thielen certainly tried to join that back.
Yeah, he's looked awful racy. He is 13.5 seconds back of the leader, Zachary Clayton DeMello, but just 2 seconds behind Mateus Lace for the 4th spot. So he's certainly trying to come down and join that party in that battle for second. This is the Indy Light Series, presented by Coleman Tires on the Advanced Auto Parts IndyCar Radio Network. My name's Nick Yeoman. Happy to have Davey Hamilton, our driver analyst, in the booth. Tony DeZino as well from the NBC Sports Network. Tony, 4 laps to go. Let's talk a little bit about the work you've been doing for NBC and where folks can catch all the stuff that we've been writing about. I know you cover just about anything with an engine and wheels.
Pretty much. This is a very hectic weekend. Obviously, we've got all the activity here from America, the Verizon IndyCar Series later today. Indy Lights coverage now with Fox News, trying to cover all of it and some of the other additional support series. And, you know, watching from up here gives you a vantage point that helps get a timing and see how all the different angles, how this all works.
As we mentioned, this is, of course, home for you, Davey Hamilton. So this is your first year at home.
First year, I can't believe that, all these years, but you know, IndyCar just didn't come here until last year.
I want to ask you, you were driving the 2-seater last night, first chance to really get on the track. What was that like, piloting a 2-seater around the racetrack?
You know what, it was very interesting. You learn so much more when you're on the racetrack. I mean, we can learn a lot from watching, but just how fast it really is. There's 3 super fast straightaways where, you know, I was on the limiter in the 2-seater, so I mean, that tells you the speed. And then these corners are so unique, man. It's so much fun. And I was following the best guy in town. You know, Zach Veach was in front of me in the other 2-seater, and so I was following his line, watching him, and by the end of the session, I could stay with him, so I was pretty happy with that. But it is a very unique course, a lot of fun. Some blind corners, some heavy braking down in turn 5. It's heavy braking down there, and there is room for error in a lot of these corners, but there's some rumble strips out there, and you do lose time still. But one of the coolest corners, you know, I think that is so fast is turn 13. And you go through there wide open, and watching an IndyCar go through there is so impressive. And being able to drive that yesterday in 2-seater, see how it's done, but man, there's no margin for error, that's for sure.
Zachary Clayton DeMello is your leader across the start-finish line. Just 3 laps to go as he looks to pick up his first career win in the Indy Light Series presented by Coleman Tires. He streaks into turn 1 to get back to second place running Kyle Kaiser. We wait for time scoring to update. It's 10 seconds. Then you've got Herta, Lace, Thielen. But the battle I'm watching, Mike Young, is for 6. Sanjay Urrutia leading a whole host of cars down to turn 1.
Ryan Norman starts to swing wide. He takes a look to the inside of the Neil Alberico machine. He'll make the pass into turn number 1. Now Neil Alberico tries to return the favor down into turn number 3. The car to watch, guys. Last time by Mateus Lace, he nearly lost it here in turn number 1. Looks like those Cooper tires may have been used up in these last couple of laps or so.
Yeah, that battle for 6th has been heating up the last couple of circuits around here in beautiful Road America. Right now, Urrutia has it. He's been trying to hold off Alberico now as that battle now makes their way through turn 5. The 48 of Ryan Norman makes his way around, so move Norman up a spot. Urrutia, Norman, Alberico as they head your way, Mark James.
I think we should make mention of the fact that Ryan Norman started 14th. Maybe has a little luck by being the driver that we chose to take us on a lap around here with the pre-race show. But now he has Urrutia firmly in the crosshairs, and the 51 of Shelby Blackstock now is trying to keep pace with Norman. They sweep around the carousel, pop out of our view momentarily, then pop right back into view underneath the Continental Tire Bridge. The black and orange 48 machine of Ryan Norman on the charge late in the race.
Tony, this is going to be a great weekend for Ryan Norman, a guy that a rookie in the series, been a slow start to his career, but looks like here at Road America and in the Freedom 100 for that open climax, really starting to get
limited Formula car experience for sure, Nick, but he's really starting to come into his own. He's been kind of quietly consistent. He's banked a lot of solid top 10s. I think he could have been on the podium at the Freedom 100 if he didn't get taken out in the first lap incident. Very racy today. This is a very heads-up drive. He's come from 14th to 7th, especially in a race with no cautions as we've had thus far. speaks volumes of what he's been able to do. He's coming. We should also note Shelby Blackstock moved up to spot 2 in that turn 5 bit. He got around Neil on pretty quick when it comes down to that. We see him moving up as well. We see Aaron Tewitt's closing. There's a lot going on in the closing stages of this race.
Rob Houghton, an impressive run for Ryan Norman as he has one more spot behind. And Michael Young, we've got a problem in turn 1.
Right, Juan Pedrahita got around, nearly collected the machine of Garth Rickards and Dalton Kellett. He sits in the grass at the inside of turn number 1 as we saw a great battle starting to shape up with Santi Urrutia down there. Should be with you in turn number 5, Dave First.
Just watching Colton Herta trying to reel in Kyle Kaiser. I don't think that battle for second is yet done. As further back, Santi Urrutia and Ryan Norman go back and forth. Too wide through turn 5. Now it's Norman around, trying to go to the high side around Urrutia. That battle for 5th and 6th heating up here, Mark James.
Leader almost an afterthought, Zachary Clayman DeMello. He's well out of our view halfway through the carousel. That battle for second is settled out a little bit for now. Meanwhile, out of turn number 8, Urrutia is trying to hold off the 48 of Ryan Norman. Shelby Blackstock is right there. They are nose to tail, separated by about a car length. They exit the sweeping right-hander. Pop out of our view now. Urrutia starts to pull away a little bit.
Pedrahita got that car refired in turn number 1. Urrutia and Norman made sure they didn't take each other out too much there in turn number 6, but we take our attention back to the front of the field. Zachary Clayman DeMello out of turn number 14. Michael Young, he's going to see the white flag. The Canadian driver 1 lap away from scoring his first career Indy Lights win.
He had a podium finish in race number 1 last year here at Road America. Loves to play hockey to stay in shape. Hails from Montreal, Quebec. And that young man must love this chill in the air this morning because he has cleaned and green this entire race. Once he got around Kyle Kaiser, he has checked out. The battle for the remainder of this race really starting to heat up in the back of the field. Ryan Norman, now the machine of Shelby Blackstock, looks to the outside. Near contact into turn number 1 for the final time.
Road America is known for elevation changes. Makes you wonder what a win, how a win might elevate the career path of one Zachary Clayman DeMello. A commanding lead here at Road America as Kyle Kaiser hangs on to 2nd, Colton Herta 3rd, and Matthias Lace, who dominated so well yesterday, he's hanging on to 4th, Mark James. Zachary Clayman DeMello heading your way.
Yep, into the carousel now. In addition to the hockey that Michael Young referenced, you'll find him doing some mixed martial arts and doing what a young guy does, playing Xbox and PlayStation. The Canadian is going to be all smiles in victory lane today. Just got a few more turns to go. That battle for second, pretty well shaken out. It belongs to Kyle Kaiser right now. I don't think that Colton Herta has anything for him as they exit the Continental Bridge. Meanwhile, Nick, a little farther back, that battle between Lace and company, Shelby Blackstock, Ryan Norman, that sorted itself out as well.
Boy, some of the racing throughout the pack has just been tremendous today, but nobody has had anything for Zachary Clayman DeMello. Through turn 14, the bumpy right-hander for the final time. They'll get on the accelerator, back up the hill. The Canadian is going to score his first career win in the Indy Lights Series presented by Cooper Tires. Zachary Clayman DeMello, your winner here at Road America, as he takes that Carlin car. And we've got problems down in Canada Corner as Davey Hamilton, Santi Urrutia's left rear tire is shredded there in turn 12.
Absolutely shredded. He's going to continue to try and go. I don't know if he had contact. Boy, he's tearing up that race car, but he's trying to get across the finish line just to get some points, but boy, he's tearing that race car to shreds just to get there.
And Tony, we were watching that battle with Urrutia trying to hold off guys like Blackstock and Norman, and that is not good as we're going to get a chance to see the replay down here in turn 5.
Nick, we're seeing a replay now, and as he's coming through the kink, the left rear explodes, and I'm having flashbacks to Watkins Glen when Santi had a very similar issue with a different team last year, going up the hill there at another similar kink type of track. You know, he was burning him off. Tire management was everything. Rob touched on it earlier, and by the time he got to Canada Corner, his game over. Cost him a 6th place finish. Moved Shelby Blackstock up to 6 as a result of that. So while one Bilardi car goes off, one capitalizes as a result.
Davey Urrutia is lucky because that is not a good spot you want to lose.
Wow, unbelievable. Where that tire blew and him being able to keep it straight, hats off to him because the tire just blew out going through the kink, and that is a super fast right-hander. When that left rear blows, usually there's nothing but spinning, but he did a fantastic job by saving that thing, that's for sure.
Yeah, Santi Urrutia got across the start-finish line and parked maybe 50 or 60 yards just past the start-finish line. He is out of that car. 2 incidents under review here towards the end of the race. Urrutia and Norman in turn 6, they were battling tooth and nail. And then Juan Pedrohita and the 22 of Neil Albarico, they were slugging it out into turn number 1. So those reviews are going to be done after the race here. Zachary Clayman DeMello is your winner. Here's how everything shook out.
Nine races so far in 2017, 6 different winners. This is the 6th different winner. Zachary Clayman, congratulations, man. How does it feel to win on the top level of the Mazda Road to Indy?
It feels really good. I couldn't be happier, especially getting my first win. We knew we had a strong package here. Carlin Racing did a great job, and hopefully I can carry this momentum into the next race.
Now, you checked out after the halfway point, pretty much cruised to an easy victory, but getting there was not so easy. There was a lot of close battling. Tell me about the confrontational passing that you took place in.
Yeah, we were all really close. Everyone was fighting really hard for position. I knew I had to get by them early because I knew I could stretch out the gap, and after that I just drove perfect the whole race and tried not to do anything, and I pushed as hard as I could the whole race.
And talk about the raceability of this car, the new Indy Lights car. You guys are able, it looks like, to really get side by side. It doesn't look like you're experiencing much aero wash and traffic. You're able to race these cars pretty close together.
Yeah. These cars, compared to the old ones, I think, or even the old ones, we can get really close to each other. It makes for good racing and a good show. But I think Carlin really did a good job this weekend. When I got behind people, the car was great, and I think when they were behind me, they couldn't keep up as well.
All right, well, a huge victory. It's your first ever here in the Indy Lights Championship presented by Cooper Tires. From everybody at the Road to Indy, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Zachary Clayman, your winner here at Road America.
Thank you.